Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Just finishing getting set up. And then we should be all ready to go. Let's double check I am actually registered for the races tonight. Yes, and yes. Good. Cool. How's everyone doing? It's fine evening. It's pretty toasty over here, it feels like. Warmer than I expected, at least. Oops. Bit of the old start text. Actually, whatever. I don't think it really matters. Bugger. Why is it on this? Why are we suddenly in fog? It was not intended. You know, whatever, I don't care, rolling with it. Fog driving. Properly testing my memory of the circuit. Probably isn't terribly great. Welcome to Channel Hill, yeah. Oh, I nearly fucked up already. Great start. God, yeah, I really can't see a lot at all. Must be. Oh shit. There must be some random weather or something. I didn't think it was. But I loaded it up for the first time. And it was perfectly fine. Nice sunny weather. That was me not paying attention. And load it up again, and yeah, we're in Silent Hill. Didn't know Silent Hill was moved to Portugal. Portugal North, where England is. I don't have Soul, no. It's just basic. I think CSP is turned on because I forgot to turn it off from last time. I don't have Soul, no. Because I turn it on for the trucks. Because without CSP, the trucks work. They have some really strange flickering that you'll notice. But yeah, I'm moving. Yeah. And Portugal's in the same time zone, so easy move, right? We just swap places. So we get the nice weather, and they get our weather. More problems than constantly turning that thing on off. You know, actually, I'm putting the weather back to clear. Yeah, weather random. Okay, static clear. It's more that Content Manager completely hijacks the weather. Or Custom Shaders Patch hijacks the weather selector, and you have a completely different one. So if I was to turn CSP off now, and I restarted this, I'd be racing in, like, pitch black. That was strange, car's bogged. But it's fine now. I set it to clear. I don't remember if I did any driving in between now and then. I don't think I did. Want to see life hit me a bit more? It's fair enough. Good to see you back, Evgeny. Somebody say a flopper, and he comes. He might be busy practicing, who knows? I don't know if he's registered or not. If your house came up. Well, still haven't finished it yet. Gonna be a while still. We're trying to get some work done. We're trying to get some people in to get some work done. But it's we've been having hard finding someone who actually wants to come and do the work, let alone for a fair price. Even like for dodgy prices. Or like, not dodgy prices, for like shit prices, you know? We're just not getting a lot of quotes back from people. They come, they look, and then they're like, meh, can't be bothered. Well, it's not painters, it's like removing trees and stuff. There's a few big trees at the end of the garden that we need to get rid of, but we don't really have the facilities to get rid of them. But if they fall over, a big problem. And yeah, we want like some other things here and there that we can't do. So gonna move away from SRS after this series. I did put some more thought into it, but admittedly, I haven't really gotten that far with mobilizing anything yet. So probably at least one more series. My main focus as of late was just kind of doing work stuff, and then well, I'm actually off of work this week to do work on the house. So we've actually been doing work over the past couple of days and future days, just tidying some bits up and doing what we can. So yeah, it's getting there. In a couple of years, I think we'll have it all sorted. But yeah, time-consuming and expensive. Hope they're not that tall. Oh, they are. They are very tall. Taller than the house. Luckily, they're on the opposite side of the garden to the house, but I mean, there's one in the middle. It's also pretty tall, but not as big as the ones at the back. But yeah, you can actually do some fitness. What could go wrong? You know, actually, I have chopped down some trees before. I was out on an exchange in Norway. And we were doing some, like, survival training out in the wilderness, and we chopped down some trees to make a big fire. And then we got a little carried away chopping down too many trees. Maybe they possess the tree in the wrong direction, not that bad. Last week's results get added manually? I haven't checked. I think they have been updating, it's just slow. He did tell us a couple of weeks back that there's been intermittent problems on the results server. And so some results are delayed to coming in. And it seems like it's something on the server provider's end, so not a great deal can be done at the moment, or at least easily, for them to get their shit together. At least that's how I understand it. I don't know the exact details. I'm not driving very good though, so this is going to be an interesting race. Ask me one question. What is that question? Shoot. Am I up for what? Oh, Project Motor Racing. I don't know, actually. I'll be honest, I haven't really been keeping that close of a tab on Project Motor Racing. I know Ian Bell has a reputation, and so I am skeptical, but I do genuinely hope it succeeds. I hope it's good, I hope it succeeds. And it delivers on what it promises. Whether or not Ian Bell will actually... And the team will actually deliver on that, who knows? But I hope it does, you know? I feel like we're reaching the point now where a lot of the sims that we have now are getting kind of old. And I feel like we need someone, a new player, to properly come in and shake the boat, really. AC Evo has failed. Ren Sport has failed. AMS2 and Le Mans Ultimate are kind of doing their own thing. But, I think Project Motor Racing does have the chance to do something that none of those have really managed to do. Sort of re-energize the sim racing sphere a little bit. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I am intrigued, but I'm not really getting my hopes up until it comes out, so I definitely won't be pre-ordering it. I'll be waiting for probably a couple of weeks after it comes out. See what people think of it, see what's actually on offer, what the kind of finished product is like, and see if it's something I wanna throw my my dollary dues at. No game these days worth to be hyped about, so everyone just exists. I mean, there are some games out there that are kind of interesting, but at the same time, they're not racing games. There really isn't anything in the racing sphere that I think I'm sort of looking forward to. It's all non-racing stuff. And even then, I'm not really looking forward to much. If anything, really, at the moment, I don't think. The T-Guy's an optimist for a change. He might be second most negative SimRacing YouTuber after you, T-Guy. Old GM. Well, we'll see when it comes out. If it comes out and it's rubbish, I'm sure GM's opinions will switch very quickly. Oh, God. Oh, I've fallen through the map. What was I doing? Actually, yeah. What is... should be fine. I think the server should be up by now. But yeah, I am definitely intrigued to see what happens with Project Motor Racing. It has the potential to do some cool things. It also has the potential to be a complete dud. Unfortunately, most things nowadays seem to fall into the dud category. Which is a shame. Because it would be nice to have something new on the table that's actually, you know, interesting. But, I am kind of intrigued towards the NASCAR. Actually, what iRacing has cooked, I'm kind of cooking, is things I'm interested in. Because obviously, if you didn't know, iRacing bought up a bunch of studios, and they're working on a bunch of projects besides iRacing. And those being the NASCAR game, the new NASCAR 25, which could be interesting. They actually just announced they're going to be working on an IndyCar game for 2026. So reviving that after Motorsports Games screwed the pooch real bad on that. So that's interesting. What they'll do with that. And also, obviously they are releasing iRacing Arcade, which seems to be Circuit Superstars, but with licensed cars and tracks. And maybe a bit more depth, who knows? That'd be interesting to see. Because, yeah, Circuit Superstars was pretty fun, but it got caught in a bit of an unfortunate spot, given that they had a bit of a messy breakup with their original publisher, Square Enix. So that kind of butchered the game a bit. And I think stalled some of its momentum. But hopefully with iRacing backing and whatnot, they can make something that's interesting. You know, I like Circuit Superstars, but I do maybe wish it was there's a little more depth, especially to like the strategic options you had. Like the driving was fine, the tracks were fine, the car variety was fine, but oh, I'm sucking real bad right now. Yeah, like the pit stops were very basic. It was nice to have to think about like fuel tire wear and stuff, but it was pretty shrimple stuff at the end of the day. And it wasn't really a lot you could change strategically. So it'd be cool if they could, if they're gonna flesh that out a bit more. GM's words mean nothing to me ever since he compared iRacing players to Child's World 2. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's a man of bizarre opinions, to put it nicely. Sometimes it feels like he really does say stuff just to be edgy. He might not even fully believe it or mean it, but it does I do kind of get that impression sometimes. Which, you know, some people like, others don't. I'm not really a fan of that kind of style, especially not as I grow older, but... yeah. Oh my god, I keep locking the brakes into this corner. Maybe I might need to weaken the brakes a little bit, I don't know. I'm just locking up like crazy. Almost like reaction farming. I guess, yeah. I break right there. Yeah, but sadly, we live in a world where, you know, being genuine often doesn't really get you notoriety as quickly. You know, and being big up and down shouty man. Which has a video where he mentions stuff that will trigger specific game fans. Let's try 98%. That probably isn't going to help anything, but we'll try. Oh, shit. Yeah, I guess kind of going back a bit to like the sort of... I sort of mentioned earlier about the Sims getting old. is that, you know, I would like to... I do feel like it is time we get a new wave of Sims. But at the same time, one problem I do have is a lot of Sims do kind of keep treading the same kind of water, right? The main selling point, I think, for Project Motor Racing is going to be if it can deliver on, like, the single-player experience. And a decent evolution to what we have on other things. Like in AC, for example. Let's play a video, yeah. But, like, in terms of content, it's, like, kind of been there, done that territory. Like, it would be great to have, like, a proper... people taking a proper crack at making a true rally sim, you know? EA's attempts scratched it, but never really quite got it. Especially EA WRC. RBR, obviously, continues to thrive with community support, but RBR is only getting older and older. And as much as, you know, I am a fan of older games, RBR's age does show through sometimes, and it's kind of annoying. Not really RBR's fault, but it's kind of annoying in the industry that we haven't gotten a suitable replacement for it, you know, 20 years later. You don't have to make the world explode. You just have to deliver something that's a bit more competent and realized than what we've gotten so far since. And I guess the same thing with ovals outside of iRacing. Your choices for competent oval racing are NR 2003, and that's where the buck stops. Which is a shame, because, you know, it's a whole discipline that's basically locked to one platform. Nobody else really... I mean, sure, other platforms have it as, like, side stuff here and there that you can do, but it's never really quite as realized as you'd maybe want it to be. You'll never no sim at the... Bollocks. I don't know why that happened. That was kind of strange. But no sim out there really kind of gives you that sort of sim experience that iRacing does, besides NR 2003. But again, that's old. It shows its age. Its physics are outdated and funky. And when it works, it's fun, but it's... trying to get that balance right is a real pain sometimes. I don't think this is going to be a good driving night. Okay. I don't quite think I'm firing on all cylinders. So if you came here to watch shit driving, then you're in luck. A financial career thing of damage cost could be a good one for real nerds, but it won't get newcomers. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how much control you have over that career mode. Like, whether or not you can tweak settings. Because I do like it when games offer you more settings to, kind of really tailor the experience, right? So then you can have something that's a bit more balanced and a bit more easygoing for, like, more casual players. But for the real turbo nerds can have something that, you know, they can sink their teeth a bit into more. But at the same time, it is kind of hard to make a game that will really appeal to both sides. But sim racing does have more mainstream appeal than it ever has, so, you know, if any time, it's gonna be now. But part of the problem is core players don't want anything new. Every sim that comes out just ends up suffering. You can think by that point, you just stick to one. You pick one and stick to it. Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know, I think people are willing to try new things. I mean, LMU has succeeded. And, like, LMU doesn't really tread anything new, you know. iRacing already had Endurance Series locked down, and ACC had GT Racing. But it's kind of been able to carve out its own niche amidst that, you know. And it's got a pretty dedicated community going. And so I think people are willing to stick, or are willing to try new things. The problem is that, does it need Nürburgring again? Racing it, yeah. The problem is that you need to deliver right out of the box. You need to deliver a worthwhile experience right out of the box. And AC Evo was learning that the hard way. Aim is too nervous to get around, yeah. Yeah, AC Evo is learning that the hard way, because they have crashed hard. Because they had so much hype, and they couldn't live up to that hype with their shambolic launch. And why everybody just went back to what they knew. They couldn't be bothered to wait for AC Evo to become good. They wanted it to be good now. And it's not. So they just left. And fair enough. I think the others been put in the fog at the last one. Be not on. Yeah, quick change on the weather. 7 months in and not even at 0.3, yeah. Exactly. I get to. Oh, what's 9 temps off? I'm apparently second though. Diego did not show up. Mattia didn't qualify though, so it might be a bit of a falsehood. But yeah, like, I think AC Evo basically had to completely rip up their roadmap and do it again. Because they realized that what they launched was not what people wanted. And I think it's good that they did take the steps to sort of, you know, do that. But, you know, they're paying the price now. You know, people might come in a few years once the game's good. But, you know, can Kunos afford to wait that long? Who knows? But they're the ones who put themselves in that situation, so... Them and the parties that be are the only ones to really blame. God, I'm losing the car a bit. Oh. Getting double dipped in the grass. That was why I kind of, back when, like, and I guess, actually, you know, while not a sim, TXR's kind of suffered the same thing. And that's why I kind of was like, I ripped on them a bit for not having a roadmap, right? They never, I think even now, they still haven't laid out really what their plans are. Yet, like, the last couple of updates for TXR have been really slow to come out. Like, it's been, again, that's also been about 7 months. And, you know, they claimed there was like half the game missing, yet we haven't seen a lick of that other half of the game. They did mention what they were planning to add, yes, but they didn't give any kind of timescales as to when we could expect that. There was no... And also, that was kind of... That was still kind of hearsay. They said, we might do this, we might not. You know? And it's like, oh, yeah, I overcooked it. Oh, I overcooked it a bit on the exit. Jesus. And, like, you know, the momentum for that is kind of pitted out, really. You don't really hear people talk about it. Well, People are talking about it a little bit more now because an update came out a couple of days ago that sort of brings an improvement that should have been there at the beginning, with the skill system being improved. Which is definitely a net positive for the game, but I think it took 7 months to realize that the current skill system was a bad idea, and to fix it, not great. Because yeah, that was terrible. It was an awful system. Kind of corking the bottle here for the rest of the field. You couldn't even offer proper single-player access. They have, yeah, but they've still got a way to go before the game's finished, right? And TXR is a much smaller, the scope of that project is much smaller than what AC Evo is intending to achieve, right? I'm not saying either of them are doing... Well, that's kind of my point, is neither of them are really doing particularly great. Kunos released AC Evo way too soon, given the fact that the game was barely functioning when it came out. For like almost a week, I think. Maybe even 2 weeks. Which is insane. But I do think both of them maybe left the oven a little too soon. Probably could have, done with a few more months of behind-the-scenes fine-tuning before pushing them to the public. Organization still sucks anyway. Not surprised. Oh, I actually set the fastest lap. Crazy. Gary set an even faster lap. My driving coming good? Question mark. Bobatir overdid that. Truthfully, I want both games to be good, right? AC Evo and GX. I'd love there to be a world where both those games are really good and everybody likes them. But both of them have sort of fallen for the same problem. AC Evo, obviously, significantly worse than TXR. Oh, Phil messed that up a bit. But, I still think both haven't really handled their early access periods particularly well. And, the bigger question is was early access even the right move for either of those games? Oh, everyone's set purple lap times there. Matthias right on me, though. He's gonna back out. That was a little deep, but I think I made that work. Yep. Traffic is fueled by ranting, it seems, maybe. Oh, he got washed out there. Looks to me, closing up on film. Oh god, big snaps. I think I spooked Batia there a little bit. It's all over the road. Oh, pretty close. Still. Good thing I'm not upshift. It's too busy looking in my mirrors. Oh, I overdid it a bit. Have to cut him off still, though. It's gonna go wide big thing here. From fill a huge bone here by holding these two up. Because I think they would be on him otherwise. Oh god, this car is fighting me at some points of this track. Slide there. Yeah, the modern games industry is kind of an annoying space, really. Because I don't want, much as it might sound like it sometimes, you know, I don't want new games to fail. I want new games to succeed. But I'm also not gonna put up with people's bullshit. Like, there's so much bullshit in the gaming industry. Oh my god, how much need to steer through there? So much bullshit in the gaming industry nowadays. And like, you've really gotta sift through it. I'm just like, you know, gaming is a form of entertainment, and it's supposed to be a you know, supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be enjoyable. I'm not gonna, I mean, Austin kind of used it once to describe sim racing titles. I think it kind of applies to a lot of games nowadays, where they kind of are eternal science projects, essentially, you know. They're never finished. They're constantly being changed, but I don't have time or care to really wait for people to, you know, it shouldn't be my problem, essentially, that people couldn't finish their project. Yet the industry wants us to pay for their mistakes. And it's like, yeah, we just, you know. So, like, you don't want to be too positive. Well, you don't want to be too negative, but you also don't want to be too positive. Trip over each other. I think being live service doesn't help. Early access can often feel like that, but for offline projects, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of practices that have kind of become commonplace today that oh, Mattia got that really wrong. We luckily saved that before he got in the dirt, but that could have been way worse. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that, like, a lot of practices these days that are commonplace that I really don't like in modern gaming. If a game is fun and I feel there is some value to putting up with them, I will put up with them, but, like, once I start feeling that eroding, then it's like, no, I'm not gonna put up with it. You know, and it's like, I am pretty harsh when it comes to my critiques and reviews of racing games, because I have so many racing games already. You know, so for a racing game that's new to me, whether that be a new game or not, you know, take for example when I played GT4 recently, you know, I'd never played the game properly before then. You know, I'm gonna be rating it compared to what I've already. Oh, yeah, I got that really wrong. What I already have and experienced. And if it doesn't provide any value compared to that, then it's like, well, I'm not really gonna care. Speaking of games that are new to me, though, I did try something out that's kind of interesting over the weekend. Oh, well, before the weekend, I think, even. Later on in the week. It was a game that I never really understood. Until I actually saw a video talking about its sort of, oh, I've kind of got that bit wrong. Talking about a new game coming out for it. I was like, oh, okay, I see how this game works now. It actually seems a bit more interesting than I first thought it was. And that game is Kirby Air Ride, if you've ever heard of it. Because that game is... It's... When you explain it to people, it's strange, but in reality, it actually makes a lot of sense. You know, because it's a racing game, but there's only one button. You might think that sounds really bad at first, but, like, it works. You know, the, like, sort of stars, which are the game's version of, like, vehicles. I guess there's also bikes as well. Albeit they're more unicycles, but, you know, we won't dwell on that fact. They sort of accelerate automatically, and you can steer them using the joystick. And basically the A button slows you down, but if you're turning, it also... Well, slows you down, but it also charges the boost. And so, creates a bit of an interesting dynamic. And like different ones obviously have different stats and whatnot, but like, yeah, like you could slow down and use it to turn sharper like you would a brake. I did talk with my pace, yeah. I think I've been holding them up for the whole race pretty much. So it was a matter of time before they got past me. I haven't really had a whole great deal of confidence. I've sort of talked my way over my lack of confidence. But yeah, it's a quirky game, but it kind of works. Because one problem I realized I have with a lot of like more casual racing games is that you hold the throttle down way too much. Like, it actually kind of gets tiring after a while. You hold the throttle down so much. You know, even in games that you do need to brake, you know, in more casual games, you don't need to brake that much. Or as much as you would do in, like, a sim, and you don't need to modulate the throttle, really. And so you're just holding down the trigger or the button a lot of the time. And that gets kind of uncomfortable after a few hours. But it's like, oh, you know, you just have it auto-accelerate, and bam, that solves that problem. Of course, it's only gonna... It's not... I don't know if that would work as well for a more conventional racing game. But, you know, Kirby Air Ride kind of leans into that idea a lot. A really hot take, I'd actually say it's probably more fun than F-Zero. In terms of, like, hover car racing. Because I did try the F-Zero game for GameCube, and I don't know, it didn't really click. But, Kirby also kind of wins, because it's kind of just chaos. You hardly know what's going on half the time, but it works. Especially when you play the, like, city trial mode. Bit of flawed way to look at old games, though. It's not Max Payne 1 and 2's fault that... Well, Max Payne 1's fault that 2 and 3 exists. Yes and no. Oh, shit. Like, sure, it's not Max Payne 1's fault that 2 and 3 exist, but, you know, if they provide a genuinely better experience, then they provide a genuinely better experience. There's no other way around that, you know. And I probably, you know, I'd still happily play some of those games for the experience, but if I don't think they're more enjoyable, than, you know, say, like, future iterations or whatever, then I probably won't be as inclined to replay them. You know, if I don't think they bring anything to the table that's interesting enough for me to revisit them, you know. And yeah, that doesn't always apply for all series. I haven't played any of the Max Payne, so I can't comment on those, but, you know, I've made it pretty obvious on a few occasions that Combat Evolved is my favorite Halo game, and it's the first one. You know, that's not to say I don't like 2, 3, and the others, but, you know, I think for me, Combat Evolved ticks the boxes of kind of the core Halo formula better than the other games do. Yet, you know, the other games have things that one doesn't. You know, one is kind of limited in terms of the weapons and vehicles and whatnot that you have access to, whereas 2 and 3 expand upon that quite a lot. Especially 3. Does it calculate how much free space you have by any chance? I basically never have free space. My storage space is like a liquid. It magically always fills the space that's there. I just pricked myself where I bloody... I managed to get a paper cut on the end of my finger. Actually, just pricked where that was. Yeah, I mean, with storage space again, yeah, I still want to try AMS2 again. But it's just... I need to find more storage space. I have been thinking about saying, like, screw it and just buying a second... or another SSD, but, like, at the same time... oh, shit, can I not save the replay? What's here? Okay, I didn't save it, but I can keep it. I'll bless autosave. Why not? Because I don't... It's easy to say just buy more storage space and have more storage space. That's true, right? But then, when it comes to actually managing your storage space, you have more stuff to manage, right? It's just more space that I'm going to fill. But, like, the problem I have now is that I have too much stuff installed. I'm just too lazy to go through and properly do a deep clean of everything. Like, if I did a deep clean of my PC, I could probably save a few hundred gigabytes here and there, right? Of just stuff I don't need anymore. But I could just never really be bothered to do that to the extensive level that I need to. Whenever I do it, I try and look for easy wins. And I get some every now and then. It's like, oh, I haven't played this game in like a year. Get out of here. But it's like, yeah, buying more storage means I can store more crap, but then I have more crap. I got that a bit wrong. I'm surprised I didn't get jumped here, actually. I should hold that off. You know, it's like if I fill up my bedroom or my house with stuff, I can go and rent a warehouse space and fill that with more stuff. But then, I just have more stuff. It's harder to move that stuff around in between places and whatnot. But if you have these clean up my downs when I had 1,000 plus zips of a set of stuff I didn't install yet. Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It is entirely possible to organize. I mean, as I said, I didn't shy away from it. I'm just too lazy to put the effort in at the moment. I have better, more interesting things I can be doing with my free time than tidying up my computer. This is pretty funny, yeah. Way too hot. I actually kind of went in a bit hot as well because I lost it there a bit, but got the place back nicely. And that meant he lost the place to Batia as well. And then Batia sort of being held up by me for a while. SSDs, I have one for Windows and all HDD for stuff that needs to be installed, and the rest are SSDs for storing stuff. I mean, all I have at the moment is a 1 terabyte SSD, a 2 terabyte hard drive, and then I have a 5 terabyte external hard drive, but I did something to it years ago, and it's now stuck at 2.5 terabytes. But I need to get everything off of it to be able to reformat it back to 5, so I've never been able to do it. Because I don't magically have, like, I don't know, 2 terabytes of free space somewhere to put stuff. I don't have... I'd have to buy something extra to find that the space I need to get everything off of that drive. Because it's kind of like my archive drive, really, where I keep a lot of old stuff. Yeah, but I don't just want to be buying... Oh, yeah. Oh, Batia overcooked that. You know, I don't just want to keep buying hard drives and hard drives and hard drives. That's my point. You know? Why not? Because I don't need to. I don't need to, and I don't really want to. That's the long and short of it. like you're already doing it, but you aren't. I'm not sure what you mean by that, I'll be honest. Is this where he gets me? It might be. Or does he overcook it again? Oh no, I think this is where we go side by side. I don't want to keep buying storages. Well, I'm just saying that's the inevitable outcome, right? I buy more storage, I fill it up, I'm back to square one. I also don't even know what bays this PC has free. Actually, I haven't checked. I'd assume it has something. So... the only extra storage I bought recently was a cheap SSD to put in my server PC. Because, that's... well, the hard drive in that had died, and obviously I wanted to bring it back as the server PC. So, I needed something. This material get past. But it went above 2 terabytes by 4 terabyte USB SSD, and that's thanks to Forza. Now, you maybe, but me, I've collected lots of shit over the years. I haven't done a count in a while, but I remember I did a count like a year ago or so. Yeah, there's Mattia getting past me, nice and easy. Just kind of squabbling. Ooh, yeah, I challenged him Phil, I think. I think I had like over 150 games installed on this PC at one point. Oh, I tried. Didn't quite get it. Does he get me in the end? No. I think I didn't want... I don't know. Close bit here again. Well, those two are basically on top of each other at the end there. Ooh. It's close. Hang on. Go. Watch that in slow-mo. I think Phil might have still got it, I think. Yeah, he still got that. Close, though. Very close. Let me check and see if the results are up. I didn't hear the skins app ping, so I don't know if the issues with the server are still persisting or not. We'll take a look, and we'll see, though. The results from last week are up. It seems like this week's results... Oh, no. They are up. Never mind. I was being stupid. I was looking at the pickup trucks. And that hasn't happened yet, so... Oh, I've opened one thing. Okay, let me bring this across so we can take a look. At the right window. It is. Nice. Been around the internet for 15 plus years, and some of my MP3s or anything to go by. Crikey. I don't even think I had proper internet access 15 years ago. Actually, no, I would have. I would have been back here by now. But yeah, Phil taking the win. Lights the flag. Domination. Pretty close lap times from running in. 136.4, 136.2, 136.1, 136.3. They're very close lap times. I mean, we were all pretty close at the end. I kind of dropped off a bit towards the end. But even then, only fell off by about a second, really. So pretty close, all things considered. Of course, I eventually sunk, and Mattia climbed his way up. But Yari so he climbed his way up, and Mattia got past me again. Overall standings, obviously, we did miss the one round due to the unfortunate technical hitches. But Mattia does lead the championship. 4 points ahead of Phil. Myself a bit of a way off in third. But and the rest are all a bit more sporadic. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate though that we do have that big old mark from 2, but it is what it is. Yes, pickup trucks time. This one's gonna be a funny one. Why did I pick this track? Who knows, but I did. Doesn't that count as England or Great Britain? That counts as England. Ay caramba. It's annoying when things do that, when things are separated between UK and England. The same fucking thing. I guess technically it's not, but practically it's the same thing. I've got a Pagua set up as PPC, so let's start working from that and see what things I can do. See how well this works. Remember, don't want to be too aggressive on the brakes here, otherwise we will spin. Brake bias. Oh, hit the wall. Thing's got so much turning on. This is great, because it needs it. Bit of a blast down here. You wouldn't be saying such things if you were living in Scotland. No, but I mean, England and UK, to me at least, are effectively the same thing. You know, if you were in Scotland or Wales, then sure, like, more understandable. But, like, it's pointless having two flags for effectively the same thing. Some really strange thing going on at the moment as well. I'm not really sure what it was about exactly, but I did go out earlier, and some people had, like, graffitied the, like, English, like, St. George's Cross. So, like, the red cross from the English flag. Duh. Sort of just, like, they graffitied it over, like, everything, basically. over road mark or like you know, basically anywhere where there was like a white square, even in some places where there weren't white spaces, they'd put it up, and it's strange. Saw some poor fucker having to go out and start cleaning the mess up. I don't know. Weird time we live in. Speaking of weird time, I went to the shops as well when I was out. It's August, right? They had fucking Christmas advent calendars out already. Granted, there wasn't many, but still. The fact that there was even one out in August. Summer isn't even over yet, officially. Like, what kind of a mad society do we live in? Going to Mad Max stage set. It kind of is, yeah. Which isn't great, but hey ho. It is what it is, I guess. Oh, bugger. Yeah, this setup isn't working as well as I thought it would, actually. Let me try Summit Point. I think Summit Point was a bit more pointy, this setup, so it might help me out here. I think at Akara Pagua I made it a bit more stable for taking the longer corners. Dead a bit. Why these cars are around here? I'm not sure this is a good idea. I mean, it's a great idea. Push the brake bias back. Digital should maybe push the brakes a bit hard. You know, be an interesting challenge at least. Oh! Oh dear. In hindsight, Rome probably would have been a better pick, but I've been to Rome a few times. So, we've been to Rome relatively recently, I should say. And I don't know, when I was testing, this is kind of interesting drive around here. Bit of a wild card round. You know me, I like my wild cards. No. Oh shit. Those tires are just cold. Cold, cold, cold. Did he have a setup here? Huh? Oh, I think this is the Hakaru Pagua setup, isn't it? It might just be. I think it's almost having better runnings with this. Might just need to tweak it a little bit here and there. Maybe if I try Mora, maybe Mora. You're complaining, but it's not like you're driving tonight. You get to watch. As we all fumble our way around. Telling me it won't be entertaining? Too late. Thunder. During local statement. Sometimes it's more fun to watch. Exactly. Even extra chair in the hotel. Well, you know, it's meant to be the setup. It's getting pretty decent. Been cooked up quite nicely for these corners. Oh, wasn't really paying attention there. And people can vote with their participation, so... And I guess comments. How much I'll take heed of those is... we'll see, but... Oh, ow. When's the next podcast? Oh shit, yeah, I said I was gonna do one of those, didn't I? I don't know. Ooh. I mean, what? It's nearly the end of August, so... Tonight? No, not tonight. Don't wanna... I mean, I'll be free to hang around after this live stream for a bit, but I don't really intend to stick around on this live stream for massively long really today. I've been kind of tired. So I don't really get... Should be fun, yeah, it should be pretty interesting. Just for the luck, Jim. Best of luck to yourself too if you're racing. But yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's near the end of August. I remember I mean, the question is, do we wait till... I need to look when my birthday is this year, actually. I've forgotten. I mean, I know the day of my birthday, but I don't know what day it falls on. Like, who'll be the first to zero inks? I think the bigger question will be who's going to SRS prison. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with the car. There's a huge bump there. Save that there, so I know. Pretty happy with that one. I mean, I guess I could quickly check before as we get the session ready. Online. Refresh the list. Right, October. Oh, my birthday falls on a Saturday this year. Okay. Because I was going to say, we usually do like a, for the past couple of years, I think, we've sort of done one on my birthday. But, we could do one whenever, really. Because thinking about it, I do have an idea. The last one was on that. I mean, that was a year ago now. Or almost a year ago. That's what I'm saying.
Skins checked, nothing new, carry
I
on.
think the one before that might have been on my birthday as well. I can't remember. Or was it New Year's? I guess the one before that would have been New Year's. The year before. Since when we did the crew thing, yeah. I don't know, we could do one in the next couple of weeks, I guess. Oh, that's neutral gear. Don't want that. It just depends on what day, what time, really. Yeah, well, it's not as much going on in the Discord. Yeah, but I don't really have, like... If you mean, like, do it now, or, like, do it very soon, I don't really have anything to talk about at the moment, so... or really to discuss. It'd also be nice to get a couple more people on, maybe. Like we had, you know, when we did the crew one, we had, I think, Roman in. When we did the one on my birthday, we had a few people in. Like 5 of us, I think. The option is to reuse previous topics, not like the 20 specific before. Yeah. Oh, okay, session's over. Oh, I just realized I... Yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely would like to, you know, if we are going to do it, I definitely would like to try and corral a couple of extra people. If it is, like, lastminute.com. But yeah, no, I think we could definitely put one together over the next week, 2 weeks, or whatever. I'll be honest, I had completely forgotten, because I did, as soon as you mentioned it, I remembered early on in the year we did talk about it, and we're like, yeah, we should do one. And then we never got around to actually putting pen to paper, metaphorically, and saying, well, we're gonna do it. We just said, yeah, that'd be a fun thing to do again, and we didn't. Oh, okay. And Phil for letting me go. Ooh, I'm locking up a big style. Let Jim stretch away a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I won't deny, my brain is a constant whirlwind of different thoughts and ideas on various things in life, so... If I don't anchor an idea down, I do often forget. So yeah, it's good having a community around that can keep me to my word a bit more. Okay, some of the topics we chatted about before was... Oh, look at that. Once I get through these... Oh, I dig the wall. I dig the wall again. This hairpin complex. It's pretty hard to read chat. I was trying to be competitive around here. Blue sky, no clouds in England. So I'm realistic. Yeah, I know, right? Games coming out, looking forward. Racing video, offline racing mods. AI buzzword. Kind of just, I guess, yeah, it's kind of generic things that we probably wouldn't end up talking about all that stuff again. Because all that stuff is still, I guess, relevant. Oh, crikey. Old. They should try and put a bit more PSI in them. Hit the wall again there. Jim got that a little wrong. Hit that wall. Wing, I think he's gonna let me go. Thank you, Jim. Oh, snap out of there. Up here. Oh, I fucked that up. I think this app's going to be any faster, but we'll see. Which advantage do I have? 1.2 seconds, crikey. Down to half a second now, though. Gonna add 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See how that helps us. How much fuel? 37 minutes. That's a lot. Like, comfortably get rid of a lot of fuel, I think, from this. And I think that should be good. 23 minutes. So one was about achievements, but like that didn't change much of the grand scale, yeah. I think Mattia's trying to get some start practice in. Ooh, I nearly drove straight into the fucking wall as I left the pit. Hoping throughout the rest of this week, I mean, we could probably chat about the sort of the sort of podcast on quote stream, probably later on after we finished up here a bit more. But yeah, I think in terms of the other bigger scale thing ideas that I have, definitely will try and use some of the free time I have this week to try and put that together, or try and make some meaningful steps in terms of figuring out where things stand. I don't have infinite time over these days, so but I should have enough to get something done. Just need to get the ball rolling with things. That's my biggest problem. More chat messages are coming. It's so hard to keep up with chat going around this track. I have to be so laser focused on the driving and make sure I'm not clattering into walls left, right, and center. I'll just mention it once a week. Catch up on it in a second when I get this qualifying lap. Give proper response instead of quickly skim reading things. They'll jump me, no! I can't have that stand. Oh, cleaned it back. Maybe crashed into Mattia there on the exit. Oh, fucked that up. So maybe make good the rest of the lap. It's gonna be a tough race though. Contemplating reducing the braking power a little bit though. More. It's on 98, but I might push it down to 97, I think maybe. Just to give me a little more confidence. Oh, it's gonna get hit a lot. Yes, that apex there. Quicker. Can add, what's that? +1, +2. Save that, and then maybe do 90. Ooh, do 97, I think. The rest should be good. I do have the habit of sharing all the stuff I watch, so we could just look at my server and write down topics. Fair enough. Pretty close between me and Phil, though. Everyone else is a little more spread, but it should be interesting. See how this goes. Need to get a good start, though. That's going to be crucial. I don't think I've been too great in starting in this series, and bungling it is going to compromise me here more than it has anywhere else, so... Whew. I'll try and read what chat I can, but it's a longer message. Might have to wait. Get the excuses out now. Yep. Brake bias is actually set. Oh no. Come on. Let's get the better line. What's the issue? Oh, we touch a bit. Oh, I've spun him. Oh dear. Well. Couldn't have gone much worse if I tried. Copy past her only then, yeah. Wait till we have a bit more of an open section. Proper FE start, yeah. We're all just so close that we all just could have tripped over each other. Rob's in the lead, crikey. Whoa, got that wrong. Just gonna take a really wide bump. Let them take it. Now the race is on. Make that wall my bitch over these next 18 minutes. You can feel well the fastest on track by a margin. Be it God knows what kind of speed Batia can put out. So we'll see. First to last challenge done yet. In true channel fashion. Yeah, it's definitely better on the brakes though. We are quite a way back though. Didn't flatten that wall then. Oh, he's got that wrong. It was a turn. there. Yellow flag up ahead. Not sure what's going on. Oh, seems like Yari and Mattia might have gotten into each other a bit. Comes the hard part, finding a way to get past. Ooh, I've locked up. It's nearly very bad. Got a bit wide there, but nobody can really profit on that. Hit the wall. Jim's trying it. Bad power out there. Ooh. Got me back. Look, me getting a bit sideways out of there. What a snap there, that hurt me. M2 is right about the combo. I don't know. There's been some overtakes. I'm sure it wasn't the best bit, but it's an interesting deviation, I'd say. I should have taken a different line there. Equal amount of spins too. Yeah, well. Happens sometimes with Yari. It's off-piste a little bit. Follow Phil through. Ooh, nearly went to the back of Phil. Yari's gone very deep. Covered him off through that. It's time to try and run away. Now slowly catching up to the front too. Tia has taken the lead, it seems like, though, from Rob. Rob isn't letting him get away just yet. Oh, pancake the wall there. I think Mattia overshot. He did. He's all the way out there. He blew that big style. It was a bit caught through there. Turned out fine, yeah. Rob is currently the leader. Yari must have made an even bigger mistake because he's way back there. It's been pretty scrappy, but try telling me this hasn't been a pretty entertaining race so far. But I think the two of us getting spun out at the beginning has only made it more interesting. Because, as qualifying showed, we were definitely the fastest too. Now we're having to fight our way through. As you can see, it's easier said than done. It's also very easy to get it wrong. Jim's closing up on Rob. Last top four are going to be pretty closely spread soon. All it takes is just one person to get a little too desperate into this section. And all hell breaks loose. I was pushing the wrong pedal there. Ironic that you try and sell an FE track race. Nearly into the back of him. How much love lust there is between the teammates up ahead. I think Jim is definitely faster, but will he try it? Those two behind don't really seem to be catching though. I guess it's good for me. See, it does just set the fastest time though. He is still quite a way back. We are all stacked up behind Rob though. Accident. Block and weave, block and weave. Oh, Jim's gone deep. Very deep. Or him and Phil are colliding a little bit. Wasn't really able to make much use of that though. Opening. Didn't quite get the traction I wanted through there, but I got a bit of a slipstream. A little bit there. Go. Ooh, God. I nearly absolutely rear-ended him there. The tier's closed up though. I need to get past. Especially as Phil is starting to get all over Rob. would be nice if we had just a little more grip, I think. So we could maybe run a bit more lines, but... is what it is. Rob has been passed by Phil. I think Patia's now right behind me. Yeah, he is. Phil's done a great job of cutting through the traffic. Rob's messed that up. I've messed that up a bit. A bit too eager on the brake pedal there. Oh, too hard on the throttle. That a bit wrong. Might be a good thing though. A bit of a gap that I can use to try and build some momentum. Oh, I've been nudged a little bit. Got that wrong. Ooh. Jesus. I think he saw me there. Try. Oh, I was close to the wall. He's gonna try going up my inside, so I'm not gonna let that happen. Oh. Going for the tank mode won't work. Why not? I make the rules here. I'll make attack mode work, I just won't tell anyone. Phil's got this in the bag. Rob's gone really wide here, though. So much speed, but nowhere to go. Oh, I'm in the wall a bit. Big run, though. Jim Rob, go deep. Ooh. Here we go. Rob's gotten that a bit ship wall, so have I. We've all gotten that a bit wrong. he is right there. Oh, he's hit me. Gonna launch off the corner though. The last lap. Yes. Oh, struggling. No rotation. I'll get a good run out of there. I'm gonna try and hug that inside as much as I can. He's looking up. Oh, no. God damn it. No. Oh. Oh, that was madness. I don't think our incident points are going to be terribly happy after that, but there's opportunities, and if you read this, you're too close. Yeah. But I watch it BTZ at half speed, it might last for the replay. Yeah, I can. Oh, GG's to Phil, though. I absolutely bungled the race for the both of us at the beginning. And, he went hell for high water, and, made it work. But I'd maybe finally gotten the start right, but no. Got a better launch, but then I was just lower off the actual line. And yeah, I just tried to force the issue here, but I got on the curb. And I was just, yeah, too tight. I wasn't expecting that would have spun him out, but AC, I guess. Obviously, I'm trying to slow down to get myself back off of him. And then Rob's got nowhere to go, so he collects me. And that puts the both of us the wrong way. Oh, that was unlucky. Perfect team. I really didn't mean to. See, I just went wide here. See, it's kind of hard. It's also kind of tricky to find spots to let people through. Well, Kia was definitely struggling, it seemed, early on. Whoa. So drive away text. But it seemed like he definitely got the hang of it later on. He was quick at the end there. Yeah, me and Phil, we caught up quite nicely. What's going on in the main grid, though? Yari definitely seemed like he was struggling quite a lot. But something must have happened because we caught up quite a lot. I think we were quicker at the same time. Oh yeah. Be nice overtake. What happened? Oh yeah, he got You got really sideways through here. Yeah, you got a bit too deep in. And that sort of chinged into that corner. Blowed him up big time. I had to check up a bit, but put me in a nice spot to kind of just swing back through. Happening up here. Whoa. The brakes bite. Ooh. Well, that, yeah, it really stalled the tier up there. And then he ended up a bit too tight, hit the wall. Yeah, that's what happens when you get on the brakes too hard. Oh no, Yari. Oh dear. He got it in, went too deep. Oh, into the wall, and then bounced off right in the front of him. And that allowed us to catch right up. That was unlucky. Because then Jim had us two behind him for most of the rest of it. Yari was definitely, he is definitely struggling. Yeah, because of the first gear being quite long on this car, it's really, I mean, it's quite hard through here, but a lot of the other corners, you really got to keep the momentum up. Oh, he hits the wall there. That blocks him up. Oh. Oh, Phil went for an absolute blinder of an overtake here. Obviously, we all kind of got stacked up from that. And he was like, alright, I'm going for it. Had to increase FOV 35 to 50 to avoid nausea and the hairpins. Really? Is that on VR or is that like flat screens? 35 sounds quite low. I think I'm on like 60. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of setup you're running, so. Sort of just fired and forgot with my settings. Severe blockage. Oh, I think there were a lot of blockages today. But yeah, Yari got it all wrong here. That allowed us to steam on through. I just went too deep into the wall. I allowed Jim through. Phil took his shot as well. Phil was just better at getting through people than I was. Screen too low FOV makes me sick. Oh. I guess I could imagine, yeah, because, like I said, I'm on 60 and it was fine for me, but I think, yeah, playing on lower, yeah, I got way too deep in here. And that allowed me, nicely, to seal the deal there. But yeah, I think, yeah, playing on like half of that probably would give you quite a bit of like tunnel vision, I guess. Are you on like single or triples? Because I feel for me, 35 would be... I mean, I'm on 2 screens at the moment, but I only play on 1. The other screen's got like everything else on it. Single 20... Ah, 21:9, okay. I was thinking it would have had to have been a wider screen for that to, either a triple or an ultra wide for that to work. Because that would feel pretty bad, I think, on mine. On my current setup. Yeah, Partigo plus Rob, how did this happen? Oh, boy. That's how that happened. Oh, Rob hit the wall there. He was staying over. He got a bad exit there, and then he just went straight into the wall. Oh, slowed him up big time there. Yeah, he definitely seemed pretty weak through that point. That's where I was trying to get him at the end. Couldn't quite make it work, but tried. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, on triples it'd probably be fine, yeah. But on a single screen, ugh. If not ultra wide. Oh yeah, right. What happened here? Oh. Oh no. That's the 50-meter mark. Everyone else is usually breaking back there. Oh, your GPS malfunctioned. Pow. It's a big oof there. Oh. Oh, in your brain. I've been there, done that a few times. Ooh. Ooh. Oops. Not the best of retries either. But Yari also was going very wide. And here we had a look. Oh no. I think you both could have gotten through that. But yeah. It was touch and go. Because yeah, he is going very wide. Oh yeah, he was a bit deep as well actually. Apex non-existent. I don't know about you guys, but I was making full use of that steering lock. Like, I was turning a lot through those hairpins, because this thing will turn all the way to like 900. So I was using all 900. For as much as I felt I needed to get through there. Paid for the full... Yeah, exactly. I paid for the full lock. I'm gonna use the full lock. I dread to see the incident points after this. I'm so glad incident points don't deduct points anymore. Because, I mean, yeah, races like these are scrappy as hell, but they are fun. You know. Little tap here or there. No harm, no foul. Little door bang. Especially on a track like this, you kind of can't avoid it. And especially with how these trucks are, you have to be pretty forceful to make an overtake happen. You have to be very committed. And be like, I'm going through and there's nothing... I'm not gonna back off. Which ain't get Phil. Yeah, Jim went white there. Had a love. Still a great shot. Tried my best to follow, but I couldn't really. A little bit of contact there. But obviously, yeah, we came to the chicane, and so I had to settle in behind. It's me dancing around all over the room. Trying to find a way. Hit that wall there a bit. Oops. Oh yeah. He all stacked up there a bit. Oh, I think Rob... did he hit the wall? Oh, he was really... Oh, yeah, he hit the wall there. That slowed him up a bit. That slowed everyone else up. Yeah, I get what they removed that double hairpin in real life, but it definitely was like the center of action this race. It's where the main jeopardy happened. But I guess in Formula E they didn't give a crap and they just run straight through people. Oh, he hit the wall there. That allowed... Yeah. Oh. And I'd go straight through. I tried it on the outside there, but it didn't quite work. And yeah, by that point, Mattia had caught up. The gamepad users would have an advantage in the double hairpin. You know, I think they would. I think they would, actually. The attack mode bit. Was the attack mode this lap? Or was it the previous? I don't know. I think Mattia was right behind, actually, so I think it might be here, coming up. Oh yeah, I hit the wall there. Oops. Yeah, I think gamepad users would. I can't remember what track it was, but I do remember driving one track. I do remember a friend on a controller actually did have a bit of an advantage, because he could just flick the stick and instantly go to, like, full lock. And get around the corner better. I can't remember where that was. Or was that... I think that actually might have been Rahman, actually, in one of these SRS races, thinking about it. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Miramas. Yeah, I think he won there. I think, yeah, I might have helped him out there, I think. Through those chicanes. A little tippy tap there. Tried it here. He goosed the throttle a little hard. I tried to look up the inside there, but that wasn't going to happen. You're getting a civic treatment from 4th stage. I forget how those go. Oh, here we go. Attack mode. I missed it. I actually missed it. Look. My inner wheels. I didn't go far enough. I felt like I had to try something. And, yeah. It didn't really work out, but... I had to try. Yeah, this is definitely quite a tough part of the race. I hit the wall there a little bit. So I was trying to get Jim, but I also had to keep looking at my mirrors. To A, make sure Mattia didn't get past, and B, make sure I wasn't gonna, like, accidentally ram Mattia into a wall. So yeah, I was trying to move forward whilst not killing anyone. Very much easier said than done on this track. Tried looking a little, tried getting a bit of a wider berm here, and it kind of worked actually. I hit the wall, but I still held a better run out. I think this is where I get it done, I think. I chickened a bit on braking, but he goes deep. Same with Rob. I was hoping I can maybe get Rob also. But, oh, Rob got a bit of help, actually. I might have gotten him. But that little nudge gave him the perfect... Oh. Who would have thought? Yeah, that hit was perfect. Gave him just the rotation he needed to get out the corner and stay ahead. Because I was stuck on a bit of a wider line. Guessing you probably followed through. Yeah. Slow Bros teamwork, yeah. I mean, it worked. It's the second last lap, yeah. Eli was just better out here, but I was just trying to get that gap. I'm trying to keep it open. I don't want to just, like, dive bomb in and then wreck the both of us. Ooh, little tap there. so I was like, got a bit more time, so can think about it a little more. Wasn't terribly great in the opening to the lap. Don't know why I tried it around the outside here. There was maybe a chance, but yeah, the inevitable happened. They all got stocked up on the exit though. Overdid it a little bit into there, which didn't help me. And just kind of cover from Mattia behind. Still worked out. I tried to set up another good run through here. And thought, fuck it, I'm gonna take the outside. Nearly worked. Just needed a better driver. I maybe could have done it. That was... he locked up there. But that was fun. Absolute chaos, but fun. The right kind of chaos. Keep replays. Actually, I didn't do that earlier. Let's take a look. Where did I hide the standings? Okay. Sort out all my windows. Ta-da! So, yep, Phil takes the win. Yeah, Phil double win easy. Yeah, he swept the night. Oh my god, those incident points. 7, 10. Oh no, 17. 12, 7, and 11. Jim and Phil tied for the lowest on 7. I came near to meeting my demise on 17. Take a shower. What's that put my incident average up to? Okay, 1.352. Okay, it's crept up a little bit. Still good. Look at that lap chart. All over the place. Very deserved win from Phil, though. I did my best to thwart him. No, I kid. I didn't mean to. I did do my best after that to still try and thwart him, but you know, fair and squarely. But he was just better. You know, he found the windows and he made full use of them. And made a great recovery. Bounced back from, yeah, what was last place at one point. Come all the way back and win it. Yeah, very, very good stuff. Yeah, nobody stayed still that race. Rob obviously got catapulted to the lead, and he held on to that pretty well most of the race. Mattia had a great surge through the field, obviously, early on, and then brain failed. And that sent him right back down. Showed how close we all were as well. I mean, it was a pretty costly mistake, because obviously he got spun as well, but you know, one little mistake and that dropped you down the whole field, pretty much. Jim, up down, held on very well, but yeah, was the one having to bear the brunt of the pressure for most of the race. So. And then, yeah, Yari Wasn't his day today, I don't think. Yeah, he fell to the back and never really recovered. It seemed like he picked up some speed towards the end, though. He was only about 7 seconds off. I think he was like over 10 at one point, so I think he found his groove, but too late, unfortunately for him. 31.5 though from Mattia, fastest lap. 32.0 from Phil. 32.1 from me. I think those were like early laps when we were in clean air. But yeah, it's one of those tracks where it's really hard to do a fast lap. So yeah, you know, it's so, you know, when you're in the pack, you're just so much slower. So like Rob and Jim 34 and 33.7 maybe could have done faster. They weren't completely swamped with pretty much the whole race. Overall standings, though, of course, we missed Kimura, kind of. But I technically lead. I've been every place on the podium, albeit I am going backwards if we exclude Kimura. I think Kimura... I don't remember where I finished. 4th? Maybe? 3rd? I don't remember. Yeah, Phil, back-to-back wins. He's been on fire lately. But, yeah, he had a bad summit point, so... Oh god, incident average 6.3. God. That 17 has absolutely ruined my incident average. I don't think I got any at Hakata Pagua, and I think at Summit Point I got 1? Actually, I think I got 2. I think I got 2 at some point. 1 maybe from the race. Little nudge here or there. And the other one was when I threw the car off the end of the map at the end and ended up hitting hit a wall. Aram Park next week, though. That one should be good. I don't remember what layout we're doing. Let's take a peek at what we have coming up next week in general. For all 3 series. Monday, Highlands Long. That should be interesting. In the Maserati 250Fs. Bit of fun there. And then in the 458, we're going to the Norris Ring. The modern day Norris Ring. As we enter the 2000s. Through our tour through time. And then the pickup trucks, we're going to Oran Park South. I believe that's the layout without the figure of 80-bit. It's a bit of a fun short track. Simply put on a bit of little banging action as well. I'm hoping. So yeah, pretty fun week it's looking like next week. And then yeah, gotta start thinking about next plans as well, because it's gonna be week 5 next week. So yeah, you're gonna have to start getting the old idea engine fired up. Probably will be asking around, trying to get some feedback on what people want to see. So do keep an eye out on Discord and stuff for that. And I mean, yeah, if you have any opinions, you know, or feedback or anything you want to give, I mean, you could throw it here now, you could throw it to me on Discord whenever. You know, I'm all ears. I'm always looking at how we can make these better and keep them fun for everyone. You know, it's kind of the main goal, really. And I definitely do want to get, you know, I definitely want to bring, be a bit more proactive with these series, wherever they are, and sort of, you know, bring the community in a little bit more, and give you guys a bit more of a swing of what you want to see. But yeah, I think for now, this might be where I'm gonna throw in the towel for the evening. It's good fun though. And yeah, probably be around on the Discord for a little bit afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, thanks to everyone who came out and chatted. Thanks to everyone who came out and raced. Of course, more of the same next week. And in the meanwhile, look out for any kind of announcements or whatever. So probably will be asking for your input on a variety of things over the coming weeks and months. So yeah. Yap report. I'm just wrapping things up. But yeah, thanks everyone again, and I shall see you all next week for some more racing. Adios.